everybody, welcome to the Witching Week. Today is episode number 23 and I'm your host Ren. So what's going on today? It's Friday, we've just had Imbolc, winter is over, not quite, it's still absolutely freezing in here, and I've realised that I spend more of the year cold than I actually do warm, which is quite miserable. So I am trying some Twinings fruits. Yeah, I'm currently drinking St. Clement's, and the incense I am burning today is Namaste, which I'm really loving. It makes me think, actually, lots of people have asked me why I have an Om tattooed on my wrist. I actually grew up in Aldershot, which is the home of the British Army, but it's also got the largest Buddhist population in the UK. So we have a large Nepalese population because of the links to the army. And so, yeah, Buddhism is quite intertwined with the people who live there. So yeah, namaste everybody, namaste. So what's been going on then this week? Well, I have been making some videos. I've just done one called Connecting to the Land, which is a subject that I absolutely adore talking about. Yeah, it's totally my bag, so I really hope that you will enjoy that. It's about 20 minutes long, and I just wondered if you guys had any ideas of some videos you'd like me to do. I've obviously got a list of ideas that I'm going to be working my way through, but I would like to hear what you guys have to say. And there was a subject I thought I'd talk about this morning, really interesting. I was doing some doodling the other day and I realised, let me hold that up properly, I realised that I had drawn some, there's a spaceship, a planet, an alien. I was just sort of like mindlessly doodling while I was on hold on the telephone, and I'm really interested in what you guys think about UFOs, extraterrestrials. Now, I wanted to tell you about my story a little bit. So previously, I was an unbeliever. If you'd asked me like 5 or 6 years ago, what did I think about ETs and ETs coming to Earth and spaceships and stuff like that, I was honestly an unbeliever. And I'm not saying that I'm so arrogant as to think, you know, that we're the only people in the universe. The universe is huge and we're here, so, you know, it stands to reason that other people might be here too. But I was definitely skeptical. It seemed to me that the people that always told stories of being abducted and stuff always seemed to have, I don't know, there were always a certain type of people, and I often wondered if these people just sort of had an agenda of their own. However, some years ago, a couple of years ago, my husband and I stumbled across well, not really stumbled across, it was on there, a documentary on Netflix called Unacknowledged, which is headed by a man called Dr. Stephen Greer. He was previously an A&E doctor or an ER doctor if you're in the States. Very esteemed doctor, an amazing career. Basically, this film Unacknowledged is about gathering testimony from all sorts of people, but mainly people sort of in the military, so for example people in the RAF, and gathering their testimony about the things that they'd seen and witnessed. And like I said, 6 years ago, I would have been very dismissive of this topic, and I know it might seem unbelievable for me to say this, bearing in mind that I say that I'm a witch. I thought it was quite a sort of a fantastic thing to suggest that you believed in UFOs or ETs. Obviously UFOs are just something that's unidentified flying object, but in terms of spacecraft and ETs. But watching this film really opened my eyes, and I started to watch more Dr. Stephen Greer stuff. There's been another film released since, and it led me on to something called C5 meditation. So this is a type of meditation where you as a human being actually You start the process, you make contact with them, rather than it being a contact experience where they come to you. This is something that you are actually initiating yourself. And I love Stephen Greer's take on consciousness. He's, as well as being a doctor, he is a yoga practitioner. I think he used to teach yoga and meditation, and he's very much into consciousness and just seems like an all-round lovely man. And so I decided I'd try doing some C5 meditations. And I have to say, I don't know if this is because I'm somebody who has meditated a lot in the past. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I'm used to going into these states of being. But I had some experiences, and I've had some pretty wild experiences, and they happened very quickly as well. So I knocked it on the head a little bit. I had a few experiences and I got a bit sort of weirded out, and so I stopped. And I've also had a few issues with meditation since I've had cognitive issues due to illness, and there's been a bit of a block there. I definitely can't meditate as easily as I used to be able to. That could actually be a subject for a discussion, a different discussion altogether, because I have wondered at times if somehow I'm being blocked from meditating, because it just doesn't, trying to get the visuals, you know, with things like jumping the hedge as well has been very difficult. But I think I'm ready to sort of take up the mantle again and jump into that sort of world again. I'm wondering whether to share my experiences with you. That could be a video for another day. I mean, they're pretty out there. But I have some physical evidence. I say I have it. I have a photograph of it. I don't know what happened to it. It's an item. I'm going to tell you what the item is. It's a stamp. And I'm going to put the picture up of the stamp. And there is a story connected to this stamp, connected to doing C5 meditation. Now, I don't have this stamp any longer. I don't think I do, which is really strange. And it's only strange because I am somebody who is extremely organised. Everything has a home. Nothing is ever out of place. It's how I cope. It's how my mind copes. It's how I stay sane. And the fact that I no longer have this stamp in my person, on my person, in my possession, is really weird, considering the way in which this stamp came about. But I do have a photo, and I'm just glad that I had the foresight to take a photo of it. So let me know, do you want to know the story? I've told a few people in my life the story. It is really far out. There's more to it than just the stamp. It was a series of C5 meditations that I took part in. I did, I think it was 3, and then I received this stamp, which has the star system Pleiades on. So let me know. Maybe if I'm feeling brave, I will share that story with you guys. But at the moment, yeah, I just want to know what you guys think at the moment. Do you believe in extraterrestrials? Do you believe that we can contact them? Do you believe that they visit Earth? Are they out there? I'd really love to know what you guys think. And I'd be interested to know if you've seen Unacknowledged, what you think of Stephen Greer. There's very mixed sort of feelings over this chap. I feel that every time I watch him speak or read what he's written, I just think he has such a beautiful approach to life, and I can't help but, you know, want to be on his side. Tell me if you've had any experiences, any contact experiences, and tell me if you've tried C5 meditation yourself. I would absolutely love to know. It's not a topic that I've been thinking of recently, which is why it was unusual when I started doodling those. But it's just sort of brought it back into my mind, and yeah, I thought I'd bring it up. I'd love to know what you guys think. What else has been going on? Oh yeah, so my grimoire is printed. It's currently taking up 3 of these folders, and I'm just sort of checking through now, looking through for mistakes and looking to see where I can improve things in terms of the visual design. But yeah, I've got one step closer to finishing my grimoire, so I really want to offer that out to the world. I don't know when that will happen, and still quite nervous about the idea of doing that. But let me know if you would be interested in that as well. I'd love to hear. So yeah, let's have a little look. So what's been going on in the world at the moment? I'm just trying to think, you know, what's been going on. It feels like it's been a long winter, hasn't it? I've been speaking about this a lot on this channel, about the cost of living crisis. I'm also quite concerned about the situation between Russia and Ukraine. Things don't look good there, and I don't think they look that good for the rest of the world. However, when I speak to my husband, a military man, he doesn't seem too worried. But yeah, that's been on my mind a lot at the moment. And I'm just waiting for it to warm up, to be honest. Just waiting for it to warm up. So, shall we do some cards? It's just a quick video this week. Hopefully I'm using my time a bit better, and you guys are going to enjoy the videos that I've recently made. I've been avoiding Instagram a little bit. That place makes me seriously anxious. YouTube not so much. It's weird, there's like two totally different crowds between YouTube and Instagram. Now I find Instagram a lot easier. It's a lot easier to make reels than it is YouTube videos. I'm definitely very much like working on a sort of Billy Basic sort of way here, but I actually am really enjoying YouTube, even if I'm not the best video maker. Okay, so I've picked 3 cards today, and I've also picked a 4th card, which I think we're going to use as like a residual card, the residual energy, the overall sort of piece of advice or message. I haven't looked at that one yet, so I'm going to show you these, and then we're going to read them all and read the 4th card, which I'm looking forward to seeing myself. I just thought I'd mix things up a little bit, and there's absolutely no reason why tarot readings have to fit you know, a set way of doing them. I mean, obviously we use spreads and we create spreads, and then that has a very sort of standardized and ordered way of doing things, but I quite enjoy reading just intuitively like this. I think sometimes it gives the best sort of messages. So the first card we've got is the 5 of Pentacles, then we've got the 3 of Swords, and then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords are quite different cards, talking about different situations. But actually, I know that these cards actually correspond to what I've been going through recently, and they may well to you as well, because there's been a lot going on. Someone suggested to me that it's the green comet that we can currently see that's quite close to us, and that has caused just no end of upheaval, and you know, I am starting to wonder if there's something in that. Again, it is going back to that as above so below sort of discussion, isn't it, like we had about Mercury retrograde the other day, but I thought that was an interesting thought. But yeah, the 5 of Pentacles indicates financial loss, poverty, losing everything, the feeling that you've lost everything. And again, we've spoken about this a lot on this channel. A lot of people are feeling that way at the moment because of the cost of living emergency. I'm not going to call it a crisis, emergency. And I think many of us at the moment are really worried about money and feel like we've got to the bitter end. The next card is more about the words of other people and the way other people treat us, and I definitely am wondering if actually that feeling like you've lost everything actually relates to this card. So usually we get this card up when we have been on the receiving end of somebody's very bitter words and actions, and it is like it's out of the blue, and it is piercing right through the heart, and it leaves us feeling absolutely devastated, and you know, like we've lost everything. And usually I would say that this card and this, not this card, but this situation, it's usually a reflection of what's going on in their life. So this card is it's just a message to say to you that if someone has treated you this way, it's not necessarily a reflection of you. It could very much be the result of something that somebody else is going through, and that actually, even though it's really, really hurt you, you need to just think about, you know, is there something they're going through right now? Is there a problem? You know, this is totally out of the blue, perhaps totally even out of character, and just think that this is a reflection of them. It hurt me. I'm going to have a good cry. I am going to get it all out my system, and then I'm going to move forwards. And then the third card, the Wheel of Fortune, whether you're going through this situation or this situation or both, like I have been recently, this is just a reminder that what goes up will come down. So if things are bad and you feel like you're at rock bottom, then they're going to swing back round and things are going to be rosy again. If things are awesome and brilliant and have been that way, at some point, you know, it's going to swing the other way, and that is the nature of life. You know, we need to take the ups with the downs and vice versa. And I would also say as well, in terms of other people and what they dish out, the same goes for them as well. You know, what goes around comes around. And yeah, so, you know, take heart in the fact that it's seen, you know, the situation you're in, whether that be financial, other people, both, that feeling of, you know, having lost everything, that feeling of having like a knife plunged into your heart, or three, you know, that situation is soon to be reversed. And then let's just have a look at the residual card. I've not seen this yet. Oh, it's the Queen of Wands. So really, that is just a nod to the fact that you should just continue to be yourself, continue to do what you're doing, be confident, be self-assured, and yeah, that is the message for the week ahead. So thank you for joining me. I'm sorry it was just a quick one this week. I hope you're enjoying the other videos. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're not following me already. It's much appreciated. And if you particularly enjoy any of these videos, feel free to share them on social media. It's lovely for other witches and other like-minded people to come across my account if they're not aware of it already. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll be back soon with other witchcraft videos, and we'll be back next Friday for another episode of the Witching Week. All right, take care for now. Lots of love and blessings. Bye.